So we got a car, it has a problem. Customer states the heat doesn't work, and it works for 5 minutes. If you let the car warm up for half an hour, it'll work. And once you put the heat on, and it blows heat, and then it cuts off, and that's it, no more heat. So what I'm thinking here is his core, this piece right here, possibility is blocked. Okay, so what this is gonna do is, the possibility here is the core is blocked and there's no heat. And what's going on in here is, once this thing gets filled with the contaminants, a lot of people put water in their cooling system. This customer didn't, because it's a good customer of mine. I did all the services. So over time, these Dodges are known for having bad cores. So once the heater core kind of partially blocks up, it's not gonna have a good flow of antifreeze. So it's gonna give you a little bit of heat once it heats up, and then it's gonna cut off. So let's see what I discover on this baby. So my thing is to let this car warm up, rev the RPM a little bit, and touch both heater core pipes. Let's take it under the hood, look, and see how hot they get. If I touch them and they both are equally hot, like I'm talking about 120, 30 degrees, I shouldn't be able to hold it for too long. They both should be hot, and the heat should be good inside. If the heat is no good, that means that thing is blocked completely. Also, blend door could be a factor, okay? Blend door motor can come on and then go up by itself. So it could be partially open and give you partial heat, and that's it. But anyways, you do gotta check the blender motor and everything, but I wanna let this baby warm up. So, right way to check your car's heat is, let it warm up, make sure the antifreeze is up to the top, top of the antifreeze, then let it warm up, and then do all the procedure, and then check each thing, okay? Check to your blender, if your blender motor opens and closes, okay? And if it doesn't, like it could be open partially and it gives you a little bit of heat, and once that heat dissipates, you're not gonna have enough heat. That's just how the system is. Anyways, let me check the antifreeze, and then we'll let it warm up. So I'm under the hood. This vehicle is kind of nice and toasty, so don't do what I'm doing. Let it cool off a good nice and half an hour, 45 minutes. But I'm a mechanic. I know how to keep pressure under control, and usually I wiggle this a little bit so the pressure can go back into the reservoir. So obviously we don't have a lot of antifreeze, okay, and it looks kind of brownish. That can only mean there's corrosion inside the core. So the core pipes are right here. So they both are ice. This one's ice cold, and this one is kind of warm. The bottom one is kind of warm, and the top one is ice cold. So a little bit warm, cold. So I'm gonna top up the antifreeze, and then we'll get back to letting the car run for a little while. Okay, I got me some antifreeze. This is kind of pre-diluted. Okay. Ah, it's heavy. Imagine I dropped this damn thing. So if the level is not correct, that's another thing that would cause your heat not to work. If the level's not correct, it's not gonna reach to the highest point, okay? And it's gotta reach to the highest point. Also, a thermostat could be a cause. But if the car warms up and it stabilizes, thermostat should be out of the way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna top this off, let it bubble a little bit. Okay, and then we're gonna close the cap. So I'm still gonna keep topping it off, even though I'm not gonna record any further. And once it's nice and topped off, I'm gonna close this cap. So it's kind of drinking it. Hopefully there's no leaks. Yep, there's no leaks. I don't see any leaks. It's just kind of dry everywhere. It does got an oil leak. So let's give it a moment. Okay, needs more antifreeze. So we'll be back once it's topped off, and we'll let the car run. So I did another video on this guy, but right here, right now, I managed to find the issue. The core is getting hot, and this pipe, reason why this pipe is a little bit cooler, because hot antifreeze is going in and cool antifreeze is coming out, because we're getting nice and toasty heat right now. Okay, so issue here was blender motor. I tapped on it, it started to function. Core, and so what I'm gonna recommend here is thermostat, blender actuator, and there's no leakage in this baby, so I don't know why the antifreeze is low. Probably you got a minor leakage somewhere that we can't see, but I'll check underneath. But other than that, your antifreeze gotta be topped off. Even if it's half empty, half a quart of that is gone, it's not gonna reach to that level. Look how high that level is, okay? Compared to the radiator cap, and look at, it's about the same level. So this is like down to a little bit down. The radiator is a little bit down. That means it's never gonna reach to the top point. So thank you for watching my video. Stay tuned for more videos. Bye bye.